Good morning, guys. I am out on the S18 this morning, second ride. So the first ride was awesome, really loved it, really enjoyed it. But now I had some time last night to really look over the wheel, have a look at the quality of the wheel and the fit and finish, and also a little bit about how it was put together. So I'll give some feedback on that a little bit later. But yeah, second ride. So I'm on my usual route in the forest, and yeah, it rained a lot last night, so it's very muddy and slippery. So I'll take it a little bit slower. And also another little note that I found, one of the subscribers commented on my last video and to say that the footage of the wheel was sort of looks like it's very high compression on sort of the camera settings, and it looks like it's because I'm using my iPhone as the video camera. So the front facing camera is perfectly fine. Let me just use the handle here. The front facing camera gives me good proper quality, and then the rear camera, the one I'm shooting on now, and as soon as it's not as sunny or bright, then the footage is very grainy. It looks like it's there's high compression on it, so it's not that great. But so I'm going to check it out now. Otherwise, I'll have to look at another solution. So if you guys have the same problem or experience something like this on the front-facing camera on an iPhone 11, please let me know, because it's quite interesting if I can solve it. Because I do like using my iPhone. This is the iPhone 11. It's not the Pro or the Max or whatever. It's just a normal iPhone 11. But yeah. And then when I watched the video back, it was very grainy. Not great, because I would like to have good quality video by standard, at least 1080p, you know, like proper 1080p for YouTube. So yeah, give me some feedback. Let's get the Insta360 out. Get some 360 video going. Looking at the wheel last night to just check the shock settings and so forth, and I've set it to a 72 kilogram rider, and I found that it was very soft. So I upped it to the next level to an 80 kilogram rider. I think it's 180 pounds, and it feels much better. But and also the rebound, the little click wheel on the top, I rolled it all the way into fast response, and then I clicked it out 5 turns, and it seems to be, yeah, it feels really good. There's some stuff that I'm getting used to. So if you go over a bump, the shock does stay low and then it raises up slowly. I was expecting it to be quicker, but that's probably just me getting used to it. It's the same as a mountain bike shock at the rear. It doesn't always jump back directly to it, because yeah, because that's how it works. It jumps up and then it slowly rises again, so it takes the knocks. But let me show you around the wheel, and I'll show you the little bits that I picked up on the quality of it. There we go. That's the S18 in the matte black. Really nice wheel. Man, it looks good. It's really a nice looking wheel. Bought this one from Speedy Feet. I buy all my unicycles from them, just because it's local support. If anything goes wrong, I can get the local support and I can ship it back if there's any problems or it needs to be fixed. So as I mentioned in the previous video, the grip tape isn't really inside the little recess area. That's sort of the one thing that I found that was not 100%, but it's not that bad. Another little thing is like the little shock rubbers there. It's not smooth. Quite bizarre. And then the other thing that I did find is this little flap again. I think as Ian also mentioned, this is just very floppy and doesn't seat properly. But again, I'm being petty, you know. I sort of do understand how these wheels work and how they are made. It's not always. It's not like a BMW where there's like proper, well, in-depth quality checking. And then the other thing that I found last night was quite bizarre. If you have a look at the front little clip here, let me just show you. There's one little screw in there. So that little screw screws into, it looks like this is like aluminium. So it screws into that side. Oops, sorry. Screws into that side. And there's three holes to sort of adjust it. And then if I go on to the other side, so my other one is much wider and it's not clamping properly around the thing. Quite bizarre. I tried to adjust it last night, but I'll think what I'll have to do is to take the pedal assembly off and then see if I can use a little bit of a rubber mallet to just realign it. But that's my only concern really, that those little screws are going to get stripped or whatever. You see it's much wider gap there, because the thing is not seated properly around the little screw on the down one. But that's so far that I can see. Just want to get the trolley handle up. That's the shock again. The lockout works fine. The inflation works fine. Don't have a problem. The mud guard is awesome. I also found that two little screws, or the screws there on the side to adjust the pedal height. Just check yours. Mine was loose, all of them. So see, there's two screws in that one, and there's one screw in that one, and then the front one, it's got one screw, and on this side it's another one screw. Bizarre. I might have to ask Ian if he's got some spare screws of them. And they're also, be careful when you tighten them. They're very soft. And this side, again, the shock boot or sleeves running up and down, they're not smooth on the top. Bizarre. But otherwise, everything is really good. There was talk about you need to knock this thing into position. I tried a few times and mine doesn't go any deeper than that, so I just left it like that. I think that is all good. But furthermore, there's a lot of detail, and I've been riding now gravel, muddy bits, and the wheel stays clean. It's really amazing, to be honest. It is really amazing. So all those small little nitty-gritty stuff, it's a brilliant wheel. Solid, rides really nice. The KingSong app is also good. yeah, and the trolley handle with this little raise thing works perfect, to be honest. That's that, and then you press it in and then it's stabilized. So let me carry on riding. Also found that, you know, they were saying that Coochie has got some skinny ankles, and my ankles works perfect. I have this feel that I can grip on the side. There's two little rubber bits that grips into my ankles perfect. So I don't think I'm going to be able to jump it just yet, because I need to still get used to the wheel, but it's definitely enough grip. Even if I lean forward, that allows me to really pick up speed in a controlled fashion, so that's quite nice. But yeah, just to carry on with that, go and play around with the shock settings. Use that little block, sit on it, put the block in, inflate, deflate, test it out, because I do find that there's so many settings and each rider is going to find a different setting that works for them better. And also try the lockout. Maybe you just want to cruise on the road, put the shock on lockout and then ride it like that. So yeah. I find when adjusting the my feet on the pedals, because the wheel is so solid and heavy and it doesn't move about, it's really easy, because it's, you know, like, because it's so high, because it's on the inside of your leg, you can easily just lift your foot off on the one side and just do the same for the other side and adjust your feet and then carry on. Yeah, lovely early morning ride. It's not that warm. I think it's about 14 degrees here in the UK, and it's wet. I know a lot of you guys go, no, he's riding the wheel in the wet, but hey man, I need to get out in this beast, put some miles on it. Oh yeah, the other thing that I want to mention, in my previous video and a few comments I left on the previous video about you have the full speed potential when you set it in the app, in the speed settings. I think I was wrong. I tried again last night after I've inflated the shock to set it to max speed, the alarms in the tilt back, and it didn't work. It only allows me to go up to 20 miles per hour. So you can set all the alarms to 20 miles per hour, but that's it. 20 miles per hour. So I think there is a mileage that you need to travel before you can unlock it to the full. Oh, so muddy. to the full speed. So I've got all three alarms set to 20 miles per hour. So the first beep and then the tilt back happens at 20. But drop some feedback in the comments below if you have found yours to be different. I don't think so. So yes, you can only go up to 20 miles an hour for a certain amount of distance. I don't know what that distance is. Let's carry on. I hope you can hear me. It's quite windy. But I'm just noticing now, again, so I'm 72 kilos, probably with all my gear on now I'm 75 max, and I'm riding on the 80 pounds, so the shock is inflated to for a rider weight of 81 kilograms, I think. So I'm going to show you how it looks like while I'm standing on the wheel, the shocks compression. And I was expecting it to be higher, but maybe I need to inflate it more. I don't know. Maybe let me know in the comments below, what are you guys finding? So while you're riding the wheel, check where how much sag is in the shock. Check this out. You see, I was expecting it to ride like that height when I'm standing on it and not close to the red. So you guys must check. You guys must check and let me know. Maybe it should be like that. I don't know. That's the end of my ride. I did a nice solid hour session. I'm down to about 60% battery and happy with the range so far. So it's very cold, so I'm definitely going to do a range test when I have a bit more time. Hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you enjoy your wheels. Keep safe, keep on riding. Cheers.